Hey there, ninth graders, and a huge welcome to all the parents tuning in to support them. We are so absolutely thrilled to have you here for this explainer. Look, stepping into high school science, it can feel a bit like landing on a totally alien planet, right? The language is different, the concepts are way bigger, and yeah, the expectations are definitely higher. But hey, do not worry. Today, our one and only goal is to explore, simplify, and just completely demystify your brand new chemistry syllabus together. We're going to map out the entire year ahead of you so you know exactly what to expect and, more importantly, how to succeed.
All right, let's just dive right into it. Take a look at this. This is going to be your new best friend for the year, the official Grade 9 chemistry textbook from the Punjab Curriculum and Textbook Board. Now, what's super special about this specific edition is that it's completely based on the updated, revised National Curriculum of Pakistan for 2023. Basically, that just means the science you're learning is modern, it's up to date, and it's perfectly aligned with the latest educational standards to get you fully prepped for the future. So as we crack open the book and peek at the contents, look, I know exactly what you might be thinking. A 13-chapter table of contents? That can look incredibly overwhelming at first glance. I mean, it's a massive list, right? Ranging all the way from states of matter down to laboratory and practical skills. If you're feeling a tiny wave of panic right now, seriously, take a deep breath. I promise you, we are going to break this whole thing down logically. You are absolutely not meant to memorize this all on day one. It's a carefully designed journey, and I'm going to show you exactly how it works. So, here is our game plan for today. We'll start with an overview of the new 2023 curriculum. Then, we'll dive into Phase 1, Foundations of Matter, followed by Phase 2, Reactions and Dynamics. After that, we'll hit Phase 3, Elements and Environment, and finally wrap up with Phase 4, Becoming a Scientist.
Okay, let's kick things off with Section 1, the new 2023 curriculum.
You know, science is never just some random collection of facts to memorize. It's actually a beautifully structured story. And this visual roadmap right here, it takes that intimidating list of 13 chapters and turns it into a super clear path. Just look at how the syllabus seamlessly moves from those tiny microscopic core principles in our foundations block, right? And then it builds up complexity into dynamics, branches out into the real world and environment, and finally culminates in those hands-on practical skills. You're not just reading chapters here. You're literally leveling up your scientific abilities in 4 very distinct stages.
Moving right along, let's get into Section 2, Foundations of Matter. Think about it like this. Before you can build a house, you kind of need to understand your bricks, right? Well, this phase is all about learning the fundamental building blocks of the entire universe. In these first 3 chapters, you'll start with what you can actually see and feel in Chapter 1, solids, liquids, and gases, and how they change phases. But then, in Chapter 2, we zoom way into the atomic structure. We're talking about the invisible particles that make up literally everything around us. And once you know what an atom looks like, Chapter 3 steps in to teach you how they actually interact with each other. See how logically they build upon each other? From the physical states you can touch, straight down to the invisible atoms you can't.
So, the real crux of this whole phase is found in that 3rd chapter. Chemical bonding is simply the process of atoms connecting together to form molecules and compounds. Honestly, you can just think of it as the invisible glue that holds our entire physical world together. Without chemical bonding, there'd be no water, no air, no textbook, and, well, no you. Understanding how this glue works is definitely your first major milestone as a chemistry student.
All right, that brings us to Section 3, Reactions and Dynamics.
Okay, so once you've got a handle on the building blocks and the glue, things start to get really interesting. They interact, they change, they explode, they find balance. Chapters 4 through 7 are where the action really happens. Chapter 4 introduces stoichiometry, which honestly is just a fancy, intimidating word for mathematically measuring the ingredients of a chemical reaction. It's basically just like following a recipe in the kitchen. Then we explore energy in Chapter 5, balance in Chapter 6, and then the absolutely fascinating and sometimes a bit dangerous world of acids and bases in Chapter 7. This is where chemistry really turns into a dynamic, moving puzzle.
And you know what? This part of the syllabus brilliantly illustrates the beautiful push and pull of nature. Chapter 5 focuses on energetics. That's the energy moving in and out, the heat that's generated or consumed during a reaction. But nature doesn't really want chaos. It actually craves stability, and that is contrasted perfectly with Chapter 6 on Equilibria, which is the study of how chemical reactions find their perfect, harmonious balance. It's literally the yin and yang of the chemical world.
Next up is Section 4, Elements and Environment.
So, having mastered how reactions actually work, This is the point where we take all those tiny microscopic rules and apply them to the huge macroscopic world around us. We're zooming out. In chapters 8 and 9, you're going to learn how to read the ultimate chemist's cheat sheet, the periodic table. You'll see how just organizing these elements reveals all their hidden secrets and properties. Then, chapters 10 and 11 take those exact elements and show you their real-world applications and impacts, covering everything from the fuels we burn like hydrocarbons to the very air we breathe.
Actually, I want to hit pause for a second, specifically on Chapter 10, Environmental Chemistry, because this is incredibly relevant to us today. This chapter acts as the critical bridge that connects laboratory science directly to solving real-world global challenges. We're talking pollution, climate change, water purification. What you learn in this book isn't just to pass some exam at the end of the year, it's the foundational knowledge needed to quite literally save our planet.
And finally, we arrive at Section 5, Becoming a Scientist.
All right, this is the moment we take off the theoretical training wheels. You've learned the concepts, you've done the math, and now it's time to put all of that knowledge into actual physical practice. Just look at this logical progression here. Step 1 was absorbing all the theory from chapters 1 through 11. Step 2, which is chapter 12, teaches you how to gather empirical data. Now, that just means information you actually observe and measure yourself. And then step 3, chapter 13, is where you apply all of that using actual laboratory practical skills. Theory leads to data, and data leads to real hands-on discovery.
These final 2 chapters are seriously the ultimate toolkit you need to become a true, hands-on scientist. You aren't just going to sit there and read about chemistry anymore, you are going to do chemistry. You'll learn how to safely handle equipment, how to conduct your own experiments, how to record your findings accurately, and most importantly, how to figure out what those findings actually mean. Honestly, this is where the magic truly happens.
So there we have it. We've just broken down the entire 2023 syllabus. From the states of matter all the way to your final practical experiments, you now have the complete map for the journey ahead. The path is clear, the tools are right there in your hands, and a whole world of scientific discovery is waiting for you. So the only real question left to ask is, are you ready to step into the laboratory and absolutely conquer this school year? Let's make it a fantastic year of learning.